should Fox and Amazon reevaluate their relationship with Aqib Talib? I believe in their own best interest, they have to do their due diligence and see what role did he play before making a decision.
Do you think Amazon and Fox Sports can continue to use Aqib Talib as a broadcaster?
Boy, that's a tough question. I mean, here's the question that I would have for Aqib. Could you have done more to prevent what happened? Because my assumption is if your brother is a volatile enough individual to basically shoot at someone at a youth football game, and it's not even a real game, it's basically a camp setting. I mean, it's a game, but it's not a game. Could you have done more to prevent this? Because my sense is maybe you were the only person that could have prevented that by basically holding him back. The other question is, and again, I would have to be there. You'd have to talk to the parents and the participants of what happened in that particular league. Are you a part of the problem in terms of your behavior and your persona and the way you act? And did you become a part of the problem specifically yesterday in not only letting that fester, but letting that thing really grow out of hand to the point that it did? I'm absolutely stunned. I look at some of the footage and I'm like, look, I get it. Parents get angry. They get very, very heated. They're incredibly passionate, even more so than their sons. But the thought of actually someone pulling out a firearm and then pulling that trigger is something beyond comprehension. So, yeah, that question that you go back to, should Fox and Amazon reevaluate their relationship with Aqib Talib? I believe in their own best interest, they have to do their due diligence and see what role did he play before making a decision.
All right, let me ask it a different way, and I'm not going to duck the question. Eventually, I'm going to answer myself. Should he have been hired by Fox Sports in the first place, just given his criminal history and the problems he had throughout his career? You know, his reputation was stamped as, you know, a tough egg, a bad guy. You know, look, I had a friend that covered the University of Kansas, and this goes all the way back to the guy's days at Kansas. His reputation just was not strong. He was a troublemaker. You know, I listened to a story yesterday about they in a bowl game, I think maybe the Peach Bowl, or they played in some bowl game, and he was right in the middle of a fight with the opposing team at some, you know, pregame or, you know, days before the bowl game event. He's right in the middle of a fight between that team, and then you go to the NFL rookie symposium. He's got issues. Shot himself, or got shot outside of a strip club. Has been accused of shooting guns. Incident with a taxi cab driver. Should Fox Sports have all the people that play in the NFL? Aqib Talib with his rap sheet, that's who Fox Sports hires to broadcast NFL games? Should they have done that?
It's a great question. About that NFL symposium, I just wonder now about today's NFL symposiums. Do they actually bring up Aqib Talib and what happened? That's a question I've asked for a few years. Here's the issue. Should his past have been held against him? You know, we can't be hypocritical about this. One of our favorite guys is Michael Jerome Irvin. Michael Irvin had a very checkered past, whether it was in Dallas, the White House, his drug use. And look what he has done. He has really rehabilitated his own career and image, and he has blossomed in that role as a television personality. What I always found interesting about Aqib Talib is I never thought he was that media-friendly of a guy when he played. I knew he was a colorful character. He was a bit of a renegade. When I hear him on interviews, and I've seen some of his broadcasting stuff, it's a very, very unique style. It's not necessarily polished. It's not the traditional color analyst, but I actually enjoy it. Now, I don't know if it actually works in a game setting. I think it's much better as a podcast, having discussions with some of his luminaries, talking about the sport very freely. But I think it's much different when you're actually in a game setting and you have to hit your cues and you have to talk in small sound bites and be concise and really be a great communicator. With that said, I wonder, Jason, I asked this of you, do you think Fox hired him because they want to be looked upon as, hey, we keep it real. Look at us. We have no boundaries. And that it's all part of this movement to really diversify everything in the world.